Okay, my thoughts on obesity.
Yes, sir.
I feel it's a very major problem in the United States, especially with the younger age generation.
With regard to obesity, of course, with human performance and the fact that we teach health and physical education, of course, childhood obesity, the onset of diabetes, and of course we're interested in trying to increase the amount of activity that kids get in the educational setting, and that's definitely one of our goals. And I know on the governmental side of it, a big increase there with interest with Michelle Obama in this area too. So it's definitely on the minds of all of us.
All the research is showing that obesity is a huge problem, especially in the United States. I'm hearing a lot of information even on the news this morning about how fast food restaurants are having to change their meals and things to kind of meet the needs, and cafeteria food that school children eat and stuff. And I think it's a huge problem in the United States.
I think one of the main reasons for obesity in the United States would probably be lack of exercise with the younger generation, and
Well, I think one of the reasons you've seen such an increase in obesity is kids not getting as much activity as they have in the past. So many more opportunities for them to sit at games on the computer and do things there rather than being outside in activity. And then I think dietary habits. You look at so much more fast food introduction into the diet rather than the healthy eating habits that should be established. And I think those are probably two of the major criteria for why we're seeing such an increase nationwide.
I think the main reason for problems with obesity in the United States is simply our eating patterns. People's schedules have gotten a lot different. Fast food is definitely not good for you, and it just doesn't give you a lot of options. Used to back years ago, you could sit down and have a good meal at home that was high nutrition, and it just doesn't happen that much anymore.
I think the U.S. should implement more physical education programs in the school system, starting at the elementary level all the way up through the middle school to the high school. Because once you get in high school, you got an option, a choice really, whether or not you want to take physical education or not. And most kids, they're going to say not, they're going to do something else. So I think it should be implemented in every level and a requirement to do so, every year, actually, all 12 years.
Well, as a proponent of activity and with our department, that's definitely we need to see our school systems increase the activity that kids are getting, and I think that that should be done through the physical education curriculum being increased. Some kids aren't getting any activity in programs, and I think that increasing there, and then probably restrictions with regard to soft drink machines in school systems and things that sort of open up allowing them to drink soft drinks instead of water. So I think a combination of those two things.
I'm not sure the U.S. has responsibility. To me, it's more of a
Do I think the problem will ever be solved? I don't think that the problem will actually be solved, but I think we can implement a program that will maintain a decent obesity level, I guess, per se. It's going to take some time because it didn't happen overnight, so it's not going to be fixed overnight. But if we can get kids to buy into a program of what we're trying to do, I think it'll actually work pretty well overall.
Well, I think when you look at traditionally the increase that we've seen over the last 10 years, this is a major concern when they're saying that over half of our population in a significant number of years will be facing diabetes. So this is something that we need to address, and address immediately on the national level, on the state level, and then locally where it should start.
The obesity problem is a problem that it can be solved. Whether it ever actually will, I don't know. It's a huge problem. And if people don't change their eating habits or see the need to change their eating habits, then the problem will go on for as long as we're around anyway. But at least there's a lot of information out now to help people know that they need to make some changes in what they're doing nutritionally, and hopefully that will bring an end to the problem.